Hey guys, how's it going? It is Josh Lloyd here. We are all ready to go, all ready to talk about the games on whatever day. What day is it? Tuesday. Tuesday is the day. We're ready to look at all of that action across the NBA, which should be good. And we hope it's going to be good anyway. How you guys going? We all good here? Just going to bring up, I'm running really behind my usual schedule today. So that's why I'm just trying to figure out what's actually going on. Where is my lineup screen? There it is. Good to have you guys here. Just the daily look ahead show for tomorrow has been recorded. I just haven't posted it yet, so it'll just be a little bit delayed coming out, and I wanted to make sure I got this show out on time. We're going to do lineups. We'll do dribble game. Maybe we'll do that look connections again. I saw another game yesterday. Maybe we'll just make some rotating games that we play through. I've got to find the name of that other game that I found as well. Good to have you guys here. Who is here? Have you hit a thumbs up? Yep, I hope so. Let's look at the lineups. What we know so far, the Magic. No Markel Fultz in this one. Suggs, Harris, Wagner, Banchero, Carter. We know Vasily Micic is starting for the Hornets with Cody Martin out. We know Nick Richards is back for the Hornets. What do we need to work out? What are we still waiting on in terms of news at this stage? Okoro is playing. LeVert is playing. There you go. So we've got those Cavs ones done. Tyrese Maxey's out with a concussion. Giannis is questionable for tomorrow. Cam Thomas is out again. Darren Sharp is out again. Jalen Brunson is out. Jakob Poeltl seeing a specialist. I know it's only a dislocation. I think that they might just say you're done, to be honest, but we'll find out about that. What do we need to figure out today? Campaign and KJ Martin, whether they play or not. Victor Wembanyama is a game time decision. Julian Champagnie is questionable still. Then you've got Doncic is questionable, Derek Jones is questionable, Maxi Kleber is questionable, Ben Mathurin is questionable, Aaron Nesmith is questionable, Ben Shepherd is questionable, and Yusuf Nurkic is probable, but also they're saying it's a game time decision, which probably puts it closer to being a questionable tag versus a probable tag. All right, do I think the Luka questionable tag is for real? I don't know. How do I answer that? I guess so. Like, it's questionable. I do think he plays, but yeah, how real does it mean? Does McBride get 45 minutes or will some go to Milton? I don't believe that Shake Milton has officially signed yet. Oh, no, he did. He signed today. So, yeah, some will go to Milton, yes. Should you pick Okoro or LeVert in points? Has to be LeVert. Has to be. Who's the better field goal block streamer between Lively and Gafford? Obviously, the Maxi one makes it tougher, but honestly, I think given that the fact that if Kleber plays, Gafford will have no influence, you've got to take Lively. Look, if Maxi's out, then Gafford gets a bigger boost probably, but there's too much downside that if Kleber plays, the Gafford becomes useless. Billy Goat Bar says, roughly, how do you think you'll do auction versus snake for mocks next season? No idea, mate. Like, I'm so far away from planning the mocks next season. The problem with auction mocks is they take forever. They take like 2+ hours to do. I will definitely do more auction mocks next season. I couldn't tell you what the ratio is going to be, though. I need to figure that out. Is a man not getting 20 minutes anymore? He's sort of bang on about 20 minutes last game. I think that's about his range now. Let's go and do dribble game while we wait for more news to come in. Hornets lineup is confirmed. Micic, Man, Miller, Bridges, Richards. Let's do dribble. What are we cracking on with here? Let's see how quick we can get this one. Beal to Mitchell. Cavs, Wizards, Suns. Cavs, Suns is interesting. Cavs, Wizards. Ooh, who's this one? LeVert? No. Jazz? George Niang never played with Beal. Who play? Udoka as a BUK? Udoka as a BUK. Cool. Let's do look connections as well. All right, we did well on this time, like one last time. Trust the process. Oh, it did that. Is that today's one as well? Where's the new one? That's the one I did yesterday. March the 5th. It's the 6th here now. Why do I not have... Anyway, all right, can't do that one then. Let's go back to news, see what's up. Sam Merrill's starting. Grant Williams is coming off the bench, obviously, for Charlotte. Marvin Bagley's been updated to out for the Wizards for tomorrow. Torrey Craig is doubtful. Still doesn't mean he plays, but he is doubtful. All right. All right. What's going on? Hit thumbs up if you haven't. Your team will have a bye for the playoffs next week. Oh, God, you're in a terrible schedule situation. Should you drop Gafford for Dick? Yeah, I don't. There's no reason to hold on to Gafford. Is Charlotte done experimenting with their young players? I have no idea what you mean. When have they been experimenting with young players? Will they let Man play now? He's playing 30 minutes a night already. I have no idea what you're talking about. Is Whitmore going to be must-add following Tari Eason's injury? Tari Eason's been out for 2 months. Whitmore has not been must-add for 2 months, so no. Potentially Houston fake injuries. Don't think that's going to be a problem. If they do end up doing it, you look at Whitmore. I don't think that's anything that's remotely close to happening. The Cavs are starting Garland, Okoro, Merrill, Mobley, and Allen. So Okoro and Merrill get the starts there. What is the timeline on Randall? No idea. They haven't told us. No idea. What's mild concussion? It means not serious concussion. It means not significant symptoms. It means mild symptoms, meaning the recovery is probably quicker. Am I planning on doing Locked On Fantasy Basketball Bowl next year? Yes. Don't think I wouldn't, but yeah. Josh, hit the play yesterday's button in the top right corner on connections. Why would I want to play yesterday's one? Wouldn't I want to play today's one? I'll look at it. I'll do it anyway. Fair enough. I'll do it. Let's do it. Play yesterday's board. All right. I tell you what the problem is sometimes these guys' faces, the older guys, I don't always get. I'm going to say 3-point leaders here with Steph and Reggie Miller there, JJ Redick, and Ray Allen. So Ray Allen, Reggie Miller, Steph Curry. Isn't James Harden 4th all time in threes? He is, isn't he? Let's try it. Yes, thank you. Who's this bloke? Next to Paul George. Who is that? I honestly have no idea who that is. Gilbert Arenas is here. These are second-round picks. Gilbert Arenas, Draymond Green. Who else? Oh, actually, who else is a second-round pick? Oh, no, it's not, because no one else is a second-round pick. Duke players. Redick, Kyrie. Any other Duke guy? Who is that? Chat, who is that guy? There is no latest update on LaMelo. Like, the update is like, oh, yeah, he's working. Maybe. We'll see. Were we wrong about Tyus Jones? In what sense? That they would trade him? Yes, obviously. Yeah, they didn't trade him. Okay. Jimmy Butler, Michael Jordan. Is that father-son? Started their career with the Bulls. Is that going to be one of them? Nope. Right. Honestly, who is that guy? That's what's troubling me here. Cavs players. All played for the Cavs. Mobley, Mitchell, Garland, Irving, or drafted by the Cavs. Because Mobley, Irving, Garland all were, but Mitchell wasn't. Who else here was drafted by the Cavs, though? Gilbert? No, I don't think so. This random bloke? No idea. Who is that guy? Is it Elgin Baylor? Is that who it is? Elgin Baylor, thank you. We'll get back to that. Go check the news. Wembanyama is still questionable. Pop says he has no idea whether he's going to play. Cool. That doesn't help us at all. So let's go back to this. Elgin Baylor. So this is Elgin Baylor, LeBron, Jordan. They've all got to be put together. Who's the hell's the other guy then? Oh, this is actually tough, this one. The Cavs thing. It's got to be the Cavs. Let's try it. Nah, because that didn't make sense. Bulls players. Jordan, LeBron, Baylor. Who's the other one in that group? Arenas? No. Oh, LeBron drafted by the Cavs. Bloody hell. What am I doing? That's what it is. They tricked me with LeBron and Jordan together. All right, let's go back to news before we get back to this. Champagne's playing and he's back starting, meaning that Branham will move to the bench. All right, I assume. Paul George, Draymond, Mitchell, Jimmy, Redick, Baylor, Arenas. Non-lottery picks, Butler, Draymond, Arenas. I don't know where Elgin Baylor was drafted. Let's try that. No. All right. Huh. Jordan be like 50-point games? Oh, no, 60-point games. Arenas and Mitchell? No. Ooh, this is tough. It's got to be something. Is Gill had a 60-pointer? Paul George hasn't. Jimmy hasn't. Elgin Baylor, UCLA, wasn't he? I don't know. That's troubling me. Let's go back to more info here. Lonnie Walker's playing. Podcast owners. Oh, yeah, there you go. That's a good one. All right, let's do that. Have you played this one before? But that is good. JJ, Gilbert, Paul George, Draymond. Yeah, it has a podcast. And then these last three, what's the connection between these guys? 60-point games, something? Most points in a single NBA playoff game. Wow. All right. Thank you for that podcast one. Wasn't getting behind that. Porzingis is back for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown is playing. Oh, that means I need to go and adjust a lineup because I've got Brown sneaked into a injured slot to see what I could get out of it. Do I? Oh, I might. Should I start Sam Merrill? I probably should with Maxey out. Let's start Sam Merrill there. That's in Locked On Fantasy Basketball Bowl. What about... Oh, where did I have Jalen? Brunson's out, isn't he? I'll put Suggs there instead. Where did I have Jalen? I can't remember. Oh, no, I've got him starting. It's all good. We're all good. Okay. Let's get to some more questions from you guys. Do I think Jordan was a top 1 fantasy player at his time? He was, but there was also... Larry Bird was also amazing at that time. You can look at it. Go to history.basketballmonster.com and you can go and find all the historical ranks back through the 70s. McBride is a great stream today, yes. Although Milton will play a little bit, I'm guessing. What pick did I draft Maxey in one of your leagues? It was like 46, I'm going to say, 46. Drop Schroeder or Cam Johnson to activate KP. You must have somebody worse. Not a great time to drop a Nets player with 4 more games this week. Out of those guys, it's Schroeder, but yeah. Is Scotty Barnes a drop player? Yes, like he's not playing. Reed or Schroeder, 10 points. Ooh. Honestly, Reed's not that good in points league, so probably Schroeder. Levert or Jollibee Jalen for the back-to-back in points league. Just give me Jalen Green. What are you doing with Bagley? That's a tough one, Angela. I think that they'll be pretty cautious with his back. I think you can drop. It's not great, but I think you probably drop. Yeah. All right. I don't know about Bagley's season being done. What do I think the minimum amount of games played should be to be eligible for awards? 0. Probably 1, actually. Is it worth it to start both Misic and Mann in a games cap league today? I definitely would start Misic. Mann's debatable. I would consider it. 2-week playoff matchup. I'm holding Mitchell and OJ with 1 IR. Either worth it. Mitchell seems closer. I agree. I've got no idea when OJ's coming back. Really tough to hold him through that. Any worries with Lowry and Kessler? Yeah, you should be 100% worried. For a team that's tanking, a big man with a foot injury for Kessler's, that's a real problem. And Lowry's going to be in and out of the lineup the rest of the way, I think. Yes, I do think Levert and Okoro play the back-to-back unless something happens today. I think they'll be okay. That would be my guess. Is Pirtle done? It feels that. I don't know for sure. The fact that they said no fracture, dislocation, and then they got, he's actually off to see a specialist makes me worried that there is a ligament problem. And yeah, I do fear that he is. I don't know that for sure. Who are the ads at center and power forward? Well, it's obviously Kelly Olynyk, must-add player. They're running O'Shea Abaji at the moment. I don't love it, but there are minutes there. Gary Trent, and then Grade A Dick as well. Does Bane have a chance to play? Oh, sure. The chance is like 0.1%, but sure. Jimmy, I'm doing a whole show on that. Like, that'll come out. It's just uploading at the moment, so I won't go into detail, but that'll come out later today. No news on Scoot yet. So something just got in my mouth. Campaign is active. Doesn't mean he's going to play, but he is active. That's a positive. Xavier Tillman is inactive for Boston, so he's not playing. Don't know what happened there. Game of the day prediction. Let me have a look, Shawnee. Boston, Cleveland, no, because no Mitchell. I don't know, actually. Maybe it's probably Indiana, Dallas, honestly. Oh, no, it's Phoenix, Denver. Even though there's no Booker, it's still Phoenix, Denver. Doncic is playing. Doncic is playing, guys. Are we streaming Levert tonight? Yep. How's Mark Williams doing? How could anyone tell you? I have no idea. He's dead. Is Simmons done rest of season? If he was done rest of season, we would know that he's done rest of season. And because we don't know, we can only guess. I don't think that he's done rest of season, but I wouldn't be shocked. Okoro or Merrill better for the week? Cosme, the way I look at this, right, is I think Merrill, if they're getting Kleber's playing, Derek Jones playing, so your Gafford option's way down now. We've got the info on that, so that's awesome. Think about it this way, right, is that look at the pecking order. If with a bunch of guys out, Merrill's better per minute than Okoro. But in terms of the pecking order, when guys return, Okoro stays higher than Merrill. So today, with Strus out, Merrill gets the boost, and Mitchell out, he gets the boost. But if Strus plays tomorrow and Okoro plays and Levert plays, Merrill might play 15 minutes and Okoro still might get 30. So that's the difference there. Merrill still is more exciting, though. And there is a risk that Strus doesn't play tomorrow. So I probably would go him, but that's a general way that I like to look at it. Is Keontae worth holding? At least for Wednesday, yes. No idea, Ian. Look, I know people will want to know like rankings for next season. It's very easy for me to say Wembanyama's top 3. That's easy. But you know how much stuff is going to happen in the offseason? Hendricks could be top 100, but I'm also not going to think about it for the next 4 months because I know some people love to do like, here's my rankings for next season. You will never catch me doing that until like August because I just think it's, I think it's actually pretty pointless to be honest because everything changes and it doesn't give you any indication of anything that's going on. So yeah. I do not play any AFL fantasy, mate. No, I don't. I don't have time for it. I take a lot of time off to try and unwind and work on the show for next season. I don't do much other fantasy at all. My start, I think I'm gonna get MLB The Show and start a franchise on that. Is Misic must roster even with only 3 games left this week? Nobody has more than 3 games left this week. So yeah, 3 games is the most. Oh, actually, that's not true because we're talking Tuesday. Some teams have. Do some teams have 4 left this week? But anyway, 3 games left this week. 3 games in 6 nights is not a bad schedule. Misic should be rostered, yes. I'm going to double check my own thoughts on that. Yeah, some teams have 4 this week, but it's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 7 teams have 4 games this week left. And the other 22 teams have 3 and the Jazz have 2. So yeah, that's totally fine. When 22 teams have 3 games, yes, we are rostering Vasily Misic. Start Grant Williams. You got a 40-game cap, obviously, for Locked On Fantasy Basketball Bowl. Nick Richards is back. He had been playing really well, Grant. I don't mind it. I don't mind a start today. Stream Oubre with Maxi out. I think so. Do I know if Maxi will play tomorrow? I don't think he will play. No idea. We don't know, but I would doubt it. He plays the day after being ruled out today. Can Dosunmu remain top 60 Yahoo points? I didn't know he was top 60 Yahoo points, but what he's doing at the moment, nothing seems completely crazy, to be honest. You would love to see me stream MLB The Show franchise. I don't know that I'll do that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sort of doing it more for relaxation and just something to sort of wind me down from basketball, occupy me. Maybe I'll do something. I don't know. I'm not a big game streamer. Should you drop a man to start Nick Richards? Oh, I would. I would stream Oubre over Okoro, I believe. If I had to pick one of Misic or Man, would I go with Misic? I think I would at this point. Yeah, I think their minutes are going to be equivalent, and Misic gets way more assists. Is JJJ coming back? Absolutely no idea. I cannot tell you a single thing about what Memphis are going to do. I don't think he's done for the year, Jaron, but like he might play Wednesday and then he might sit the next one. What's my preferred format? Head-to-head points? Absolutely not. Season points? Possibly the worst format ever. Head-to-head categories? That is my preferred format. And then Roto after that. Benji, I have no idea whether Hartenstein will get to 30 minutes. We can guess. I think he might, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why those guys didn't invite me back. They brought me in a 16-team auction fantasy football league, played it, won it, didn't bring me back in. Ow. How come in my look-ahead video you put Misic as a 16-team stream? I thought we'd be a 10-team stream of the day. I believe I did that stream of the day before the Martin injury news. I'm not sure. Regardless, it's more that he's just available in so few leagues that 16-teamers can grab him. He's fine. Add him in 12s. Who is the second best player on the Jazz? It's a good question. I would say this season it has been Colin Sexton, honestly. I think next season it'll be George. Yeah, I think it's been Sexton probably. That's an interesting question though, isn't it? Is Middleton a drop if you're in the playoffs? I think he almost has to be, doesn't he? Like we just have no idea what's happening there when he's coming back. Just looking at any more news that's coming through. Mathurin was at shoot-around, didn't seem to have any limp apparently, even though he's listed questionable today, so he should be okay to go. Fingers crossed, but yeah. So that's some news on that. Just waiting to see if we get any more. What are we actually waiting on here? Campaign is active. I think he'll be okay, but we need to find out. Then it's obviously Wemby, Mathurin, Neesmith are the big ones that we're waiting on here for the rest of the day now. And then, of course, we're waiting for game start to get going. I have not even checked. I usually don't do it after Mondays. How my 2 playoff games are going in Locked On Fantasy Basketball Bowl. I don't like not much. There's not much to gain out of it from just one day, I don't think. So maybe I'll look at it after today and see how we go there. Okay. Do I hold Kennard this week? It's really risky. Like, who knows what they're going to do. I would probably hold on to him, but he's also been pretty mid, even with a bunch of guys out. Is Goodwin a drop? I would hold him. Like, he can't play every game. He can only play about half the game. So, but the fact that they play Wednesday, and I think he probably starts there, I would hold him for that, and then I'd be okay moving on if you need to. It's very hard to hold him in a head-to-head league, though. Anyone gain more value with Zion Williams out? We've seen Zion Williams out. Like, he missed last game. So we saw more Kennard, more Conchar, but I just think there's going to be more shenanigans basically every day. I disagree that Clarkson's been the Jazz second best player. What is my day job? This is it, mate. This is my job. Can you drop Trey Jones after today? Why? Why would you drop Trey Jones after today? I'm just checking the schedules. They got 3 more games this week. They go Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. I don't really think so. If Poku gets 20 minutes tonight, do you think it's a signal the Hornets want to give him a good look? I think if he gets 20 minutes a night tonight, it means that they want to give him 20 minutes, basically. I don't think... The only way he gets a good look is if Richards or Miles Bridges is out, really, and Grant Williams is out. Like, I don't see it for Poku. I know that everyone wants it to happen, but no. Nectarios, you go watch my last video, mate, and you can see the thumbnail. It says, will Jimmy Butler continue? The answer is no, but yeah. Hendricks, we haven't had an update on them yet. Do you hold him in 16 teams? Yeah, that's going to make it tough because if he misses Wednesday, that means they play one more game for the week. And even though it's a 16-team league, like if you're in the playoffs, that's really difficult to do. Has Chris Murray got scope to do something the rest of the season? Maybe. He had one good game. Last game was good, and he was bad most of the other ones. But I like the fact that he's getting some minutes in defensive sets. The problem here is if Thibault, Kamara, Scoot, Grant play, that he's not going to get enough minutes. So I don't feel any level of confidence in it. How do I feel about McBride tonight? Yeah, pretty good. I think he's a pretty strong option. Is Kobe White my candidate for MIP? Jalen Johnson, I think. But it really depends on like how you want to view it. Kobe White was pretty solid at the end of last season. Solid backup point guard who I thought should have had a shot at being a starting point guard. Jalen Johnson was basically just out of the rotation, turning into the Hawks' third best player. Like, that's a huge jump to me. But how do you want to view that? I don't know. Do I control whether the ads attached to YouTube videos are skippable? No, I don't. YouTube controls that. Is Scoot going to play this season? Yes. What are my thoughts on Laravia? As with all Grizzlies, I've got no idea. It's impossible. Laravia was pretty good last game, but he also can turn in stinkers at any point. So on a daily basis to stream in a Grizzlies guy, sure, but you just don't know what you're going to get. The problem is they're just losing everybody, so he might just be forced into a regular role. So in a 14 team, maybe, but I can't sit here and tell you I have any confidence in Grizzlies players at any point, really. I am very excited for Colonel Sanders Nectarios. I think he's rising star favorite, surely. He looks unbelievable. I'm so excited about it. I know Harley Reid exists, but come on. Is Klay Thompson washed? I haven't hit the washed watch sound effect for a while, so maybe we do it now. Should we do it? I would take Levert over Merrill, but the risk there is the efficiency. What are my thoughts on Kristaps Porzingis this season? He's been pretty good. He's missed some games. He's been pretty good. Yeah. Any thoughts on Coulibaly? Yeah, he plays for Washington. What are my thoughts on Hartenstein's minutes? He's still banged up? Yes. He is. He's got sore Achilles. I think they'll ramp it up. I just don't know how long it'll take. Pirtle is not a drop yet, but he might become one. No news on Markkanen. Yes, you absolutely would start Zach Collins today if Victor is out. And I'm just waiting to see if there's any more news coming in. Nothing. We're not going to get that Victor one until late, I'm guessing. Miller or Levert? Who's Miller? Like Brandon Miller? Very obviously Brandon Miller. No idea whether Brandon comes back. Blake, absolutely no idea. Guys, you got to give context. Bryn, Aaron Gordon as a whole drop? Both? I don't know what you're talking about, what your league is. Has this been a positive season for Zion? It's been a positive and negative season. He's been healthy. He's been pretty good, but he hasn't elevated to the heights that he has in previous seasons. What are my thoughts on Abaja and the Raptors? I think he's bad. I think he took too many shots last game, and I wouldn't have given him as many minutes as they did. He's an okay defender, but I think he's not an NBA starting caliber player. If you want to stream him for his rebounds and that sort of stuff, cool, but I don't think he's a particularly strong fantasy player. Even last game where people thought how good it was, he was a significant negative for fantasy because of his shooting numbers. I don't think he's good at all. What are my thoughts on Vince Williams? He plays for Memphis. He went to VCU. There you go. What's the URL for the Connections game? Good question. It is leconnections.app. leconnections.app. And we are out of here. I've got to go and work, and I've got to go post this these videos up. So I'll see you guys coming up soon. Hit thumbs up on the way out. Thanks for being here, guys. I'll see you later.